In progress.
There he is.
Hey, Bruce.
How's it going?
Great.
Attaboy, there you go.
Hey, everybody. Just give it a couple seconds here. Let everybody get logged in. Turn those videos on so we can see your smiling faces.
There's Allison. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Yo no quiero.
There's Jessica. Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. None the worse for wear, I see.
No.
All right, everybody. Let's get started here. If you don't have your video on, please turn it on so we can see. Oh, there you go. Luis, let's see Barry. But we'll get started here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Scott Carter. I am the Executive Vice President of SABR, and we really appreciate you spending your time with us tonight as we welcome you as a new member to the SABR community. Wanted to use this time to introduce you to some of your key SABR member benefits and give you a tour of our website so you can make the most out of your membership. And I think more than most months that we do this, it's just nice to celebrate baseball being played. Last time we did this was middle of February, and everybody was just kind of like, what are we gonna do here? So it's really nice to have spring training going on and have something a little bit tangible to talk about. But we really appreciate you joining SABR, and we appreciate you joining us this month. Before I hand it over to Jessica, I just wanted to quickly introduce a couple of special guests here. We've got two SABR board members on our call tonight. So as we get through this and hopefully instill in you that our SABR staff is here to help with whatever you need, our board is also here to help. So Allison Levin and Bill Nowlin, both from our board of directors. We'll let them say hi in a little bit, but wanted to welcome them, as well as Bruce McClure, who's one of our SABR membership ambassadors. Maybe you might have heard from him when you signed up, but we'll go around the horn. We'll introduce everybody, but I just want to turn it over now to Jessica Smith, our membership services manager, for kicking things off.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Like Scott said, my name is Jessica. I'm the membership services manager here at SABR. It's nice to meet all of you. So yeah, we're going to start off with some introductions. So if you could, whenever I call on you, I'm just going to go in order that you're on my screen. If you could say your name, where you're from, and your favorite MLB team. So I'll start again, Jessica. I am originally from Indiana, but I now live outside Atlanta, and my favorite team are the Braves. So Allison, you are next up on my screen.
Okay, I'm Allison Levin. As Scott said, I'm on the SABR board of directors. I am born and raised in St. Louis, which means by directive, I am a St. Louis Cardinals fan. But I do have a second team, and that is the Los Angeles Dodgers. So one of the rare folks who have two NL teams, but I equally like them, though the Cardinals will always come first.
Thanks. Bruce, you're up next.
I'm Bruce McClure, member of the Vermont chapter and the Landmarks Committee. Also running for SABR board vice president. I don't know if I really have a favorite team. I follow the Mets, I follow the Red Sox, but give me a good baseball game, I'll sit and watch with anybody. So happy to help anybody new here. Whatever I can do for you, here I am.
Thanks, Bruce. Derek?
Yeah, so I grew up in Wisconsin, currently living in Amarillo, Texas, finishing up school. Lived for a while in St. Louis when I was really young, kind of when I started following baseball. So I'm a Cardinals fan too, through and through.
We rope you in at a young age and don't let you out.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks. Ben?
Hi, my name is Ben Schneider. I'm from Boston, though I'm currently at school in Montreal. Despite the city, I am an Orioles fan. My dad comes from Maryland. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. Tommy?
Hi, everybody. I'm playing with my 12-week-old puppy here who demands my attention. So I'm Tommy Ender. I'm originally from Jersey City, New Jersey. So I am a third-generation Yankees fan, but also my niece and nephew are Canadian and they live outside of Toronto. So I've become a Blue Jays fan by proxy because I've gone to so many games up in Toronto. So nice to be here.
What's the dog's name?
Her name is Astrid.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Hello, Pupper. You're so cute.
Oh, don't say that too loud now.
Cool. Thomas?
Hi there, my name is Thomas. I was born and raised on Long Island, New York, and then I left for the military when I was 19, went around the world, and now I live outside of Tampa, and I'm a Yankees fan.
2 Yankees fans. All right, Max?
Hi, my name's Max. I'm originally from Cincinnati. I go to Ohio State now, so I live in Columbus. And I guess my favorite team is the Reds, being from Cincinnati.
Reds.
Bill, do you want to go next?
Sure, geography really does matter. I was born in the city of Boston. I happen to be a depressed Red Sox fan right now because they won their first 6 spring training games in a row, and then they lost today. I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it. Still waiting for that 162-0 regular season, though.
It's okay, Bill. It's just spring training. You'll survive.
No, I always figured the worse they did in spring training, the better they did in the real season.
I think that's true. All right, Luis, you want to go?
Hi, my name is Luis. I live in the Dominican Republic, and I'm from the Dominican Republic. And my team is the Cubs, and I follow the Yankees because of my grandpa, so have to follow it.
I love it. All right, Barry?
I'm Barry Morgan from Cincinnati, Ohio, and of course, a Cincinnati Reds fan. Very perplexed Cincinnati Reds fan with the recent sell-off of players the Reds have been doing. I'm sure the Cardinals fans are very happy about that, from Sonny Gray and Jesse Winker and leaving around. But I also have family in Sarasota and Tampa Bay Rays fan. So.
Cool. I think that's everybody. We've got a smaller group tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Everybody can see this okay?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm just going to start off with a quick overview of our website. If you haven't had a chance to check out the website yet, I highly suggest that you do. It's a great starting point for getting involved with SABR. There are so many resources out there, but we're going to start with just logging in. So our website is sabr.org, and then you'll go to this member login page up here in the top right. And then this will pull up Members Hub. Can everybody see Members Hub? I'm gonna take that as a yes, okay.
Yep.
And then we're gonna head to Members Home, Learn More. And that'll bring up this login page. So while I'm logging in, I just want to remind everybody, if you ever have any issues with your password or getting locked out or anything like that, please feel free to reach out. It's a really quick fix. We'd be happy to help you. So after you log in, you'll see this members homepage. This is a really good landing spot if you're first checking out the website. You can see over here these quick links to your profile. If we scroll down, there's the link to the membership handbook, some quick links to figuring out your membership or doing baseball research. So I would just suggest starting here first. Really good page. A lot of frequently asked questions that we get, the answers are going to be on this page. We're going to start with the directory, which is up here, this third tab at the top. And SABR members get full access to our directory. We have over 7,000 members all around the world, and you can search for them or by topic in our directory. So by topic or by name, if you know who you're looking for, will be this top bar. You can search by group, whether that's chapters, research committees, or chartered communities, or you can search geographically by country or a narrower location. So just as an example, if I'm looking for other Braves fans, then I can type Braves here in the search bar. And it will give me results of 110 other members who also indicated that they were Braves fans in their profile. So from here, I can reach out, connect with them, start kind of like growing my network and making those SABR connections. All right, so now that you've seen the profile or the directory, we're gonna head to your profile, and you can click on this tab here that's just to the left, or you can click on this SABR logo in the top left-hand corner. It'll take you back to that members hub page where a lot of resource links are. And then you'll see my profile here at the top is the second choice. Let me click on that. Okay, so this is my profile. You can see you can update any personal information here just by clicking edit. This includes your email address, your birthday or phone number, if any of that changes your physical address. It also includes your research interests and expertise. So this is how we're doing that directory search by topic. If you've indicated in your profile certain research interests here, then other SABR members are going to be able to connect with you. So we definitely recommend, filling this out. You don't have to be an expert in that field if you're just interested at all. This is a really good place to start and connect with other members. Okay, so now that you've seen your profile and how to edit it, if you go to the top, you'll see welcome and your name and this little down arrow. We're going to click on that and then click on invoices. And that's going to take you to your payments and history tab. So any invoices that are open will be here in this space. We can go over to event registrations, and any events that you've registered for will be here. So you can see I'm registered for the next Ballpark Figures event that we have every month. I attended last month. If you just got done attending our analytics conference, that would show up here. If you've registered for our convention in August, that will show up here. If you need to be reminded of a date or just any kind of registrations, they're going to be on this page. So now you can go over to membership. And this will show your current membership and any past payments you've made on memberships. If you need to update any credit card information, that will show here. If you need to print off any invoices or receipts, those will be here as well. We get a lot of questions about when your membership is expired or how do you renew your membership, and that's going to be on this tab. And again, if you ever need any help with that, please let us know and we would be happy to help you. And then if you head over to donation history, our last tab here, any donations that you've made to SABR will be here. And again, you can print off those invoices and receipts here. So the last thing I'm going to cover is groups. And again, you could go back to that members homepage by clicking on the logo on the left-hand corner. But I'm just going to click on groups here in this blue bar. All right, so whenever you signed up to be a SABR member, you were asked to join a chapter. Normally that's going to be the closest one to where you live. So you can see over here on the right-hand side, I'm part of the Magnolia chapter just because that's the closest one to me. If I want to attend in-person meetings, that's going to be the one that I go to. If you sign up for any groups, they'll populate here under my groups in this main section. As a SABR member, you have access to all of the groups that SABR hosts. You can sign up for as many as you want. We have 86 chapters now, I think, and then a whole handful of other chartered communities and research committees. So if you want to join any of those, you'll head over here to this right-hand side. These where you see chapter Wisconsin, Missouri, those are just kind of recommended results. But if you click view all on this right-hand corner, it'll pull up an alphabetized list of every single group that SABR hosts. And then you can filter it here by clicking on chapter, chartered community, or research committee. So your chapters are your regional, kind of organized by geography. Your chartered communities are going to be more organized around topics rather than geography, but they're still going to do the same kind of meetings that you would see chapters do. And then research committees are going to be built around topics that need further exploration in baseball. So we can start by looking at chartered communities. So these will pull up the alphabetized list of chartered communities. You can click on whichever one you're interested in, and it'll pull up kind of a brief summary of that community and also how to get in touch with the leaders if you wanted to do that rather than join their group. But if you're interested at all, again, since you can join as many groups as you want, I would recommend going ahead and joining the group. And you can do that just by clicking join group down here on the left-hand side. And from there, you'll get all of their email notifications about any events they're having or meetings that they're having. You can also do this with chapters. And this has been really helpful in the pandemic, especially if we've been seeing a lot of virtual events. So if there's a really good speaker you know of that's in a chapter across the country, but they're having it virtually, you can, join that chapter group, get the emails, and then attend it virtually and still be able to see the speakers, even if you're not close by to that chapter. So that is my quick overview. If anybody has any questions for me, let me know. But I'm going to hand it over to Scott to go over the rest of your benefits.
Well, thank you, Jessica. Thank you. All right, let's go back to the website. And I talk notoriously fast, so tell me to slow down if I start going too fast. All right, everybody should be seeing the SABR homepage again. And the first thing we're going to talk about is our weekly email newsletter, This Week in SABR. So This Week in SABR, is everybody still seeing the website? Perfect. It's certainly one of the easiest ways to keep in the know with all things SABR. And we send that out every Friday afternoon. So if you haven't already been receiving them, probably means they're sitting in a junk filter somewhere in your inbox. So make sure that you're looking for it. But you can always go back to the website and look at past editions of This Week in SABR, our newsletter, if you've missed one. But I wanted to just go over one to show you just the kind of different sections in the newsletter so you know what you're looking for and how important they are. So if you click here on this latest news link here on the homepage, and you'll scroll down past all of our news events, and you will see the newsletter section down here, This Week in SABR, and click on that. And we'll see it'll pull up the most recent, which was last Friday, March 18th. And we'll take a quick tour through the newsletter. So top news items are always going to be listed here first. You can see that last weekend we were in the middle of the virtual analytics conference. So you could get even if you weren't attending, you could get a nice rundown of the full schedule, all of our speakers. You could check out the digital program. If it's the analytics conference is a favorite event of mine, but I realize that it's not everybody's cup of tea. But if you're interested in just checking it out, just to see what it was all about, this is a good way to start. Maybe you want to attend next year. Just a no pressure way to kind of get involved and see what we're up to on the analytics front. Scroll down, some more news, some announcements of award winners. Then we've got a big news blurb here about our annual convention in Baltimore coming up in August, which Jessica mentioned briefly. And you'll see as we scroll down, there's a lot more information on more events, board of directors elections. Ballpark Figures is an event that we host every month. It's a virtual meeting. It's a Zoom event which is hosted by Shakia Taylor, who does a wonderful job curating a monthly guest to talk about topical items within the world of baseball. And so this is a free event just for SABR members. Highly recommend you check it out. It's a great event. Very, it's a thought-provoking hour just to sit there and listen to Shakia talk to her guest about some key topics in the world of baseball. Scroll down. We're always going to post when we have new books available. We're going to post that in the newsletter just to let you know. Some more news. I'm going to scroll down here, and this is an important section. This section of the newsletter is going to give you all of our virtual events. So our virtual events are, like Jessica said, you can join any of our virtual events. You don't have to be in that chapter. You can certainly just register, sign up, get the link, and you're in. Similar to this meeting, you don't have to be in a particular chapter. You all you got to do is be excited about it and be like, okay, I want to go. A lot of our chapters have resumed doing in-person meetings, but we've encouraged our chapters to, in addition to doing their in-person meeting, to still have virtual meetings as they go, because we realize how inclusive it can be to get people from across the country involved. So scrolling down, some information on SABRcast, which is our wonderful podcast with Rob Nyer, which comes out every week. We'll talk about the bio project here in a little bit, as well as the games project, and a list of all of our new members. Some news around the web written by recently published by SABR members. So that's always fun to check out, see what company you're keeping. But that is our SABR newsletter, This Week in SABR. Again, comes out every Friday afternoon. Be on the lookout for it. It's the best place to kind of keep up to date with what is happening within the organization. Okay, next thing I'd like to show y'all is our digital library. Now, this benefit, membership benefit, is one of the key benefits to a SABR membership. As a SABR member, you have access to, at this point, over 80 free digital books that you can download, absolutely no cost to you. So you obviously start adding those up pretty quickly, and you're paying for your membership pretty fast. So we're going to go over here to our publications link, and we'll show you how to download one of these free ebooks. And you'll see that our featured publication is always going to be the first one to be listed, and that's the most recent book that we've published. For Luis, if you haven't checked this out already, we just put out a book on Dominicans in the major leagues. Bill, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first book that we've published in both English and Spanish?
No, it's not. We did a Cuban one and a Puerto Rican one also in bilingual editions.
Very cool. Very cool. So like I said, you can download this in either English or Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna I'll show you how to do this. Scroll down, you'll see SABR members get this ebook for free. So that's this, this big post-it note telling you what to do here. So you want to click here on this ebook edition, and you'll see that you got to make sure that you're signed in, like Jessica showed you how to sign in. And you'll see all of these different electronic versions that my price is $0. I want the PDF. And then you just go through here as if you were just checking out, and you'll get a download link in your email box to download that book absolutely free. So highly recommend you check that out. As I mentioned, we've got over 80 books at this point. If you click on more titles, you'll see the entire list, which there's really something for everybody. We just put out a book on Baltimore. We've got great books on Negro League topics. Well, here's one on the Kansas City Monarchs, a few Jackie Robinson books. Every team, essentially, every era is covered. And again, you can download these for free. And if you want a paperback copy, you get them at 50% off. So they're most of them are around 17, 18 bucks for you to purchase a paperback copy. But again, they're free to download. Bill, do you want to give everybody a kind of an advanced look at books we got coming down the pike in the next couple months?
The next few books, there's going to be one on Metropolitan Stadium. Look back at many of the greatest games over the years. There's going to be one on the 1883 Philadelphia Athletics, product of the 19th century research committee, and several others in the works. There'll be later this year, there'll be a 1992 Toronto Blue Jays book, because this is the 30th anniversary of their winning the World Series for the first of the 2 years in a row that they did. There will be other books coming. There'll be for Jackie Robinson Day next month. There's supposed to be a new Jackie Robinson book as well, and a Roberto Clemente book in September for Clemente Day.
Awesome. And Bill is one of our key contributors here to keep putting out SABR publications. And again, it's something we're extremely proud of. We love when SABR members are consuming these books, because we know that as a SABR member, there's a ton of researchers in this organization. There's a ton of people that love to contribute to these projects, but we realize that a majority of our members, kind of like me, are just baseball consumers. We love reading about baseball. We love just being involved and entrenched in all the information, all the data, all the history. So you know, don't feel like you need to contribute, but there's ways to contribute if you want to get involved, and we'll talk about those a little bit now. We're going to go to talk about our research collection. The depth of information that's available to you as a SABR member is unparalleled in the baseball universe. If you ever want to start searching for a topic to see what we have, the search bar right here on the homepage of the website is a good place to start. So Bill, just last name he mentioned was Roberto Clemente. So I'm going to just search for Roberto Clemente and show you kind of what just immediately gets pulled up. We got lots of Clementes. Well, I suppose I should have narrowed that down a little bit then, huh? Let's look for Roberto Clemente. So you can see we've got a biography for Roberto Clemente. We've got journal articles that have been written that include him, game stories that have been written that include him, and it looks like we've got 11 pages of results for Roberto Clemente. So lots of content, lots of fantastic content. Search for your favorite players, search for your favorite team. There's going to be something. It's a great way to start if you're just looking to just read and get it, you know, kind of indoctrinated in what kind of content that SABR members are producing. So we're going to talk about those biographies. If you click on the research collection, this link, it's going to show you kind of our big ticket items in terms of all of the research content that you have available at your fingertips. We're going to dive into one in particular, which is the biography project, because these are all produced by SABR members. The only requisite to produce these biographies is that you are a SABR member, and that you have some command of the English language that you can write a biography. But we've got over 5,500 bios that have already been written about members of the baseball community, players, front office members, umpires, you name it. You can find it. You can search the bio projects right here. You can look by category. We have all of our new bios, random biographies if you just want to just see what's available to check out. You can browse by these cool categories if you want to check out, you know, bios on who's hit 500 home runs. Let's do that. And first one off the top, we want to read Hank Aaron's bio, and you can see, you know, it's a very lengthy biography on Hank Aaron. These are fantastic reads. The great thing about the bio project, like I said, is that SABR members have all written these. And if you go down to the very bottom of the page, you'll see this bio project frequently asked questions link. And this is going to show you how to get involved. So if you're sitting to yourself going like, you know, I would love to contribute to SABR in some way. I'd love to do my own research. I've always wanted to write something baseball related, or I'm incredibly passionate about this era for this team. You know, there's maybe, you know, we've had members before like, hey, my grandfather played, you know, way back when, and I don't see his biography written one. I'd like to contribute. So this link is going to show you how to get involved, the people that you need to ask in terms of getting the ball rolling, and what you need to do to contribute a bio to the bio project. So again, great place to start if you want to get involved. I'm going to back out here. The games project is very similar to the bio project in that it's SABR members have contributed this content, but these are game stories instead of biographies. And the website is laid out in a similar way, where you can search, you can look by categories of important games or notable games. And again, if you scroll down to the bottom, you see the frequently asked questions link. This is going to help you get involved, figure out who to talk to if you're interested in writing.
They give us 3 polos, 2 pairs of khakis, a heavyweight jacket, and a lightweight jacket.
Was that for me? All right, let's go next to, we're going to look at some members only resources. So this is fun to check out. If we go back to our member login, and you're going to go to your members hub when you click on that. Remember, if you're not logged in, it's going to ask you to log in here. If you ever need help getting logged in, feel free to email myself or Jessica, And we are going to click on, Jessica showed you the members home. We're going to click on this research resources link. It's always a little bit of a tongue twister. And these are fun members only resources that are available to you. So a couple different things. One is our newspapers.com access. So you've got access to the newspapers.com world collection, which is going to give you over 10,000 newspapers where you can search for different items. Just add a keyword or name and it's going to pull up, you know, we see like, look, I mean, the Decatur Daily Review from Decatur, Illinois. We've got the, you know, the Gazette from Montreal, Quebec. So, you know, there's a lot of searching you can do through the world collection. I believe a annual subscription to the world collection for newspapers.com runs about $86. So again, it's included in your SABR membership. So a great benefit for everybody to go back. Right. The other big one that we highlight here is the paper of record, and the paper of record is actually the sporting news archives. So you can click through here and you can access every single edition of the sporting news going back to its inception until the last day that it was published. That's a lot of fun. Go back again and you can keyword search for any topic, any player, any team, and it's, you know, and give it a date range, and it's going to pull up any article and highlight that for you. So a lot of fun to browse through those. I'm going to scroll down and going to show you some more databases and guides that are available to you as SABR members. Some of my favorites. You can get lost in a lot of this stuff. Some of my favorites, so let's scroll down. The SABR defensive index calculations. So SABR is one of the key cogs in helping Rawlings determine the Gold Glove winners every year. So this is a great way to just dive into our defensive index and how we calculate the leaders in defensive metrics every single year. Guide to SABR metric research. This is something that you know is timely this time of year because we've just finished our analytics conference. So if you're ever interested in doing research that's related to data or analytics, this is a great place to start. Similarly, this How to Do Baseball Research Guide is a great place to, if you're interested in writing an article or submitting work or doing a bio project piece. This How to Do Baseball Research is literally going to start from like, where do I look? Who do I talk to? You know, where do I get started? This is a great place for you to get started. Lots of other, you know, minor league home run, you know, minor league no hitters. This a lot of great stuff here that you can really get lost. And again, this is all members only information on this this membership research resources page. Okay, let me go back one screen. Actually, I'm going to close that. And we're going to talk about events a little bit. So if you're back on the SABR homepage and you see this events link right here, we're going to click on the events. And this is going to show you a listing of first all of our national events. And in the very bottom, it's going to show you a Google Calendar with all of our local and chapter events. So we just finished the virtual analytics conference, which we talked about. The goal is for this to be in person in Phoenix next year. And this is always going to coincide with spring training in the middle of March. Fantastic event, a lot of fun. You know, I think a lot of folks associate the term sabermetrics with SABR and that think that we're all just a bunch of data nerds, which there's certainly a faction of SABR that applies to. But I think as you become more immersed in the organization, you realize that the vast majority of SABR members are, one, just the biggest baseball fans that you'll ever meet in your life, but also, you know, a vast majority of them are more focused on particular baseball history topics, and not so much focused on the analytics side of things, although there is overlap there. But the analytics conference is always a fun event, and you can see here as we go through these that the breadth of and diversity of topics that we host events on is pretty staggering. So we go from the analytics conference, and then the next one is our 19th century baseball conference. So you're going from like, what is baseball doing right now in terms of data? And like, I mean, if you attended the conference, you know how like some of the folks that are presenting, they're so far ahead of the game. It's pretty crazy. And then you look at this event, which is literally talking about the founding of baseball, in the 1800s. So the scope of coverage in the baseball world is pretty staggering. This is an important event that's coming up in June. Will be the return of the Jerry Malloy Negro League Conference. This is the only symposium in the country that's dedicated to Black baseball history. So makes its return to an in-person event here in June. It's going to be in Birmingham, Alabama. The big one later this summer is our 50th annual national convention in Baltimore. So this will take place in August, end of August. It's going to be a fantastic event. It's been postponed 2 years now, so everyone has got some pent-up excitement of getting together, but it'll be 4 days of great panels, guest speakers, awards luncheon, research presentations. We're going to an Orioles Red Sox game on Friday night, so we're gonna have to make sure that Bill doesn't get thrown out of the ballpark by being a rowdy Red Sox fan. But it's going to be a tremendous amount of fun. Highly recommend you check it out if you can make it. And I think for new SABR members, it's going to be a lot of fun from a perspective of it's a great way to meet new friends. You meet people that are on the same wavelength as you. Find your SABR people and just come out and have a great time with super passionate baseball fans. We've got a Women in Baseball conference that will be held in Rockford, Illinois, home of the Rockford Peaches, in September of this year. Another fantastic event. And we'll scroll down here, and then we're going to show you just kind of our events calendar with all of our local events. So you can see today that the Chicago chapter is meeting right now at the same time as us. You can see that we've got chapter meetings tomorrow. And if you click on one of these, so for instance, if we clicked on the Ken Keltner Wisconsin chapter, you can see that it's a virtual meeting, and they've got Bob Kendrick, who's the president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. Pretty cool guest. And if you wanted to register for that Zoom meeting, just click on that link. And similar to this one, you'll get an access link and you'll be good to go. So that's how easy it is to get involved with one of these virtual events for an upcoming chapter. Okay, that's events. I did want to talk about, I briefly mentioned Ballpark Figures, which is, again, it's a monthly event hosted by Shakia Taylor, who's a fantastic baseball writer. This is a free virtual event that is only available to SABR members. So again, all you got to do is click on this link and it'll take you to this month's topic. Pre-register, you get the Zoom link and you're good to go, and just sit there, sit back and enjoy. Nothing else you need to do, but I highly recommend you check that out. A lot of fun, and again, free for SABR members. Okay, the last thing I would like to show y'all, since we're on an analytics kick right now, since we just finished our conference, is on the homepage. You'll see this button right here for SABR Analytics certification. SABR Analytics certification is something that we just launched in January of this year. This is an online, on-demand curriculum that is going to give you a better understanding of analytics in the world of baseball. We ultimately will have 4 courses that progressively get more difficult, but the first level that's available now is basically conversational analytics and giving you a base level knowledge of the history of baseball analytics and some key terms to basically make you conversational in the world of data and analytics. It's a lot of fun. It's an animated course. I'm gonna see if I can play this and see if it is that playing okay for you guys? Is it kind of choppy? But you'll see that it's got animations like this, so it's a lot of fun, easy to follow, it's interactive, and at the end of it, you get to say that you're SABR certified in analytics, and then move on to the next courses, which get into data analytics and data science and some of the more complicated parts of the certification. But again, if this is interesting to you, I recommend checking it out. SABR members get a phenomenal discount on every single course. So that's a fast and furious run through of my portion. I think I'll stop my share now. Does anyone have any questions? And now I will say this, don't feel like you've got to ask them now. You know where to find us. We're always available, but if you've got any questions, feel free to fire away.
I got one.
Go ahead, Tom.
Will there be more classes? You said there'd be higher levels, but what about on other topics?
Outside of analytics?
Yes.
As of right now, I mean, the analytics certification is our big focus. So that, and like I said, we just launched that in January. So the goal for us is to get levels 2 and 3 of the analytics certification launched this year and get that dialed in. But the good news is we know how to do it now. We've got the infrastructure built to, and Allison's laughing because she was a part of the committee that put it all together. Now that we have that in place, who knows? There's always a chance that we could add more learning to the mix. But that's a great question. Anybody else? Luis?
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Good. How about yourself, Scott?
I'm great.
I saw you over the weekend in the analytics conference. So I'm familiar with the website. I just have a question. Can you get access to the presentations presented in the analytics conference, like historically, to see the evolution, of the research topics, and then that are executed, or
Yeah, that's a great question. So one, we will be sending out within the week all of the videos for this past weekend's conference, and those will go exclusively to attendees first. But if you let me go back and share my screen real quick, I'll show you. If you go into the events page and you hover and you go down to analytics conference, you'll be able to look through the history of the event. So if you go to this conference history, I don't want to scroll too fast. You see conference history, and you can literally click on all of these previous events. And so for instance, if you clicked on last year, there's a videos link here, and you'll be able to watch every session from last year. All of those videos, come on, pull it up. So there's a YouTube link here for this panel on biomechanics from last year. So you'll be able to go back and check them all out. So that's a great question. Definitely available to you as a SABR member.
Yeah, because it will be cool to see, how the advances that you get, over the time. To see
for sure.
How they were implemented, like the biomechanics stuff is very new, even for us in winter ball here. It's kind of, it's complicated because you use the data for a strategy, but you can see or predict something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really great. You, like you said, you can go back and look and be like, there's things that we talked about and were presented last year in last year's conference that now you realize that buzzwords that people are talking about in baseball, like seam shifted wake, and there's different things that people are talking about, and like you heard it there first in the conference. So lot of fun to go back and look at those old videos. You can also do the same with the convention videos as well. Any other questions?
We got a late member that joined. I see Trish Tyler. Maybe she'd like to say hi.
Oh, she's caught. I saw her coming late. She's caught.
Yeah, you got me. My son needed to have a bath, so I was ready. Sorry. So he's watching it with us. So
very cool. Trish, where are you from and who's your favorite baseball team?
I'm from New Jersey, the Mets.
Excellent. Should be a wild run this year.
Right? Right? Yeah, your lips to God's ears. I guess they're going to rescind the vaccination mandate in New York tomorrow. There's an announcement coming from the mayor. So the Mets and the Yankees are going to breathe a sigh of relief, I hear.
There you go.
Interesting stuff.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, I wanted to, again, thank everybody for hopping on with us tonight. If you have any questions whatsoever at any point in time, feel free to reach out to myself and Jessica. Jessica, would you mind throwing our emails in the chat so everybody has those? Thank you. And then also make sure that you're making use of your pipeline to the board of directors, because they certainly are there and available to help you. Your membership ambassador team, so folks like Bruce, but we are here to help. We are here to help you find your people. SABR's a big organization. Like Jessica said, there's 7,000 members. Everyone is into something different. No two baseball fans are identical, but we can help you find the folks that are into what you're into, and that's what we like to do. So keep in touch. If there's anything we can do for you, any questions we can ask, don't hesitate to reach out. All right, everybody.
Appreciate all of you. Have a good night.
We'll see you around.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Thank you.
See you soon.